All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are you guys doing today on this Thursday, January the 7th, 2021? I hope this year has been much better for you. We lost Alexi Laiho, January 5th, 2021. I did a live stream Monday night about that. If you want to check that out, I did a great tribute stream on him. Rest in peace, Alexi Laiho. Not the way I wanted to fucking start 2021, losing another goddamn metal legend. Hopefully his family, friends, and bandmates are able to heal from this tragic loss as quickly as possible. My heartfelt condolences once again go out to Alexi and his family and bandmates. Welcome to another metallic episode of Music of Destruction, bringing you guys the best in metal-related content right here on YouTube. If you missed anything in the past week, click that eye in the upper right corner. Get caught up on all my latest videos. I'd appreciate it. If there's anything you want me to review, drop a suggestion in the comment section down below. No slam or deathcore, please and thank you. Welcome to Top 15 Thursdays once again here on the channel. So tonight I am doing my top 15 new wave of traditional heavy metal albums, and I am very fucking excited for this one because there's a plethora of amazing new fucking bands in this genre. Now typically in this new wave there will be some speed and thrash metal mixed in with the traditional metal framework, but I mean, how can you go wrong with that combination? Seriously. Great production that sounds different. All these bands sound different from one another. It's not that modern tech death bullshit production and all those bands using Pro Tools and all that fucking... Anyway, whatever. Now this was a really difficult list to put together as well because there are so many bands that have come out under this umbrella that doing a top 15 wasn't an easy task at all because of how many great fucking bands there are out there doing this kind of old school metal, right down to the production, songwriting, emotion, passion, and lyrical themes, instrumentation. This is where it's at, man. I mean, I was so blown away when I first discovered all these great bands in this list. Been listening to these bands for... Some just came out in 2020, others came out in 2017, 2018, that thing. And, I mean, I am blown away. This is how you fucking do heavy metal. Not fucking worrying about how many albums you're going to sell, how great your production is, how many kids you can get into a fucking mosh pit. You know, and I don't know. I just cannot stand most of this trendy, popular stuff that these fucking bands are putting out in this day and age. This is not the case with the bands in this list. I mean, this fucking new wave of traditional heavy metal genre has it all, man. And I recommend any of the bands in this list to the old school metal freaks out there like myself, because these bands will have your hair swinging like a madman and your neck will be aching for fucking weeks. Mark my words. Amazing stuff here, man. Take it from me. Now, keep in mind that some of these bands have only digital releases in order to get their music out there and hopefully attract the attention of a label to get signed. And I really want to see all these bands get signed. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Yeah, because they deserve to be fucking signed. This is amazing stuff. Alright, so let's get into the ranking now, shall we? Coming in at number 15, we have Saber, Without Warning, released January 1st, 2021. So a brand new album that just dropped on CD cassette, as well as Bandcamp. Looks like I'll be getting this one. This is like Iron Maiden meets Judas Priest meets Dio, with some speed metal thrown in for good measure. This is nothing short of astounding. Production is old school and organic and raw, the way it fucking should be. None of this clicky bullshit. Anyway, this is an amazing fucking album. Saber, one of the greats that just came out. Now, these guys are doing it right, man. This is a fucking great album. Number 15, Saber, Without Warning. Make sure you guys check that one out. Coming in at number 14, Morticia with A Light in the Black, released in 2020 digitally. Kind of got like an epic doom metal feel to it, but this is like a little bit slower. It's more progressive and stuff like that. But this is nothing short of amazing. Great songwriting, great lyrics, great instrumentation, passion, emotion, conviction. That could be said about every fucking album in this goddamn list. And I'm so excited for this. I got so much energy to talk about this because this is how I like my metal. This kind of stuff right here with the traditional stuff. I mean, it's amazing what's coming out from these guys. Number 14, Morticia, A Light in the Black. Get that fucking album. It's great. Coming in at number 13, Silent Storm, The Fire Never Dies, released in 2020 and limited to 1,000 copies on Storm Spell Records. This is like Iron Maiden meets Dio meets Metallica kind of deal. There's so many epic moments on this record. It's electrifying, it's heavy, it's metal, it's in your face, but it's also got some melody to it, and this is just classic production old school organic sounding the way it fucking should be. There isn't an instrument on here that doesn't get a chance to shine, but it's not overdone, it's not overproduced. It's still got that organic feel, and Silent Storm is an incredible fucking band, and I definitely want to get this album, number 13, The Fire Never Dies. Coming in at number 12, Igniter, The Golden Age of Black Magic, released Halloween of 2020 on Metal Records. This is like Halloween, Iced Earth meets fucking Dio. Once again, this is a power metal, heavy metal album. So much great stuff going on here. I even hear a little bit of Sabotage in this. I hear all kinds of old school power metal meets heavy metal. There's even a bit of Black Sabbath thrown in there. This is just amazing stuff, man. The songwriting, the lyrics, the emotions, the conviction, the instrumentation. How can you go wrong with Igniter, The Golden Age of Black Magic? Gets number 12. Absolutely fucking phenomenal. Coming in at number 11, Molten Chains, Torment Enshrined, released 2020 digitally on Bandcamp. This has kind of got like a really speed metal feel to it. There's some great instrumentation, great lyrics, great songwriting on here. Very epic, very atmospheric as well, and will make you feel like you're in the fucking 80s again. In fact, every band on this list does that. This has a little bit of that black metal feel with like the tremolo picking and stuff. There's a little bit of black metal rasping in it, but yeah, Molten Chains, Torment Enshrined, great fucking album. Make sure you pick that one up, number 11. Coming in at number 10, Raven Black Knight, Run with the Raven, released in 2020 on Seoul Records. This is like native fucking heavy power metal. I can hear like the native chanting. It's got like that powwow influence. Very atmospheric stuff going on here. Very culturally influenced by the Native Americans. This is absolutely amazing. It's got that great vocal performance going on with that native chanting like I just mentioned. This is just amazing fucking stuff here. This entire list, man, is absolutely fucking phenomenal. Raven Black Knight will have, it's got like that doom metal feel to it as well, but got really got a lot of atmospheric ambient chanting and stuff like that. Just a fucking masterpiece of an album. Coming in at number 9, Sentinels Transciende, female fronted, released in 2020 on cassette on Evil Steel Records. This blew my mind, and how raw this is, because the double bass drumming is the way it sounded in the 80s. It's not all clicky. It's very umphy and thumpy. This is just dripping with power, epic, heavy metal speed. And the female vocals on this are fucking amazing. Her operatic highs they actually go up as high as Rob Halford's and Bruce Dickinson's and Paul DiGiano's as well. This is absolutely amazing. I have to get Sentinels Transciende. I recommend this to any epic power heavy metal fan, because that's what we get with this. Very retro, the production fucking perfect. Love it. Coming in at number 8, Nat Hammer's self-titled, a one-woman heavy metal band, released in 2019 on CD independently and also digitally in 2020. Now, she does have a live lineup. This is another epic power heavy metal band with some really great slower parts, kind of like Iron Maiden-ish in a lot of ways, with some Judas Priest thrown in for good measure, with a little bit of Dio as well. That's the influences I hear on a lot of this stuff. And Nat Hammer is just one of those chicks that's going to go very far in heavy metal, because she's real, passionate, honest, convicted, and a great fucking songwriter. She deserves your utmost respect. This is an amazing fucking album, another female-fronted band. Coming in at number 7, and this is also number 3 in my top 15 heavy metal traditional albums. Coming in at number 7, we got Midnight Priest with Aggressive Hauntings, released in 2019, on Metal and Metal Records. What can I say about it? This is some of the greatest creepy, epic, like heavy speed thrash that I've ever heard in my life. This is an amazing album, very atmospheric, very fantasy-driven metal. It's a fucking great record. It's got those fantasy-driven guitar riffs, drumming, bass, and vocals. An absolute fucking classic. Number 7, Midnight Priest, Aggressive Hauntings. Make sure you check that out. Coming in at number 6, Beastmaker, Inside the Skull, released in 2017 on Rise Above Records. Pure Sabbath fucking worship with Beastmaker, Trevor Church, sorry. Anything he touches is gold. Beastmaker, one of those bands that should not be overlooked if you're a fan of that really grimy, traditional doom metal that's got that really organic sounding 70s production. Beastmaker, definitely one of those bands you're going to want to check out. Inside the Skull is a fucking masterpiece. Great album. Gets number 6. Coming in at number 5, we have the EP from Beastmaker, Eye of the Storm, released in 2019 on Shadow Kingdom Records. This album got a lot of play on my speakers and just all the time. This is a great fucking record. Very doom-laden, very classic sounding, and this is like Sabbath Worship 2.0. right here. I know people would say like Sleep and bands like that are as well as Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats, but Beastmaker really know how to do this type of doom metal right. It's traditional doom with some power or epic heavy metal moments, and it's just fantasy driven metal, and it's so fucking great. Absolutely amazing. Coming in at number 4, we have Scrollkeeper Auto Defay, released in 2020 digitally. Very heavy speed metal, epic power metal with some fantasy driven themes, lyrics, guitars, vocals, and that classic 80s fucking production that I absolutely goddamn well love. Amazing stuff here. A band that I don't know many people would know about, but Scrollkeeper is definitely one that you guys are going to want to check out if you love traditional heavy metal. Every band on this list deserves your attention. This is some great stuff. Number 4, Scrollkeeper's Auto Defay. Coming in at number 3, Blizzin World of Change, released in 2020 on Pure Steel Records. Pure power, heavy metal driven speed with this album. And this is a very politically charged record explaining exactly what's going on in 2020 or in 2020 and 2021 with this COVID-19 bullshit. Very New World Order related lyricism, very consciousness expanding music here, and the riffs, drumming, bass work will make you think of those things and feel those fucking emotions. Blizzin is a great band. I have to get World in Chains, sorry, I'm tired, released in 2020, Pure Steel Records. Make sure you check that out. Coming in at number 2, Haunt If Icarus Could Fly, released in 2019. What can I say, man? This is heavy metal fucking brilliance. Fantasy-driven heavy metal. Haunt, one of those bands that I don't think gets enough attention. They're one of the greatest in the new wave of traditional heavy metal. That's once again Trevor Church, and anything he fucking touches is just pure goddamn gold. This is a epic heavy metal fucking masterpiece. Coming in at number 1, Haunt with Mind Freeze, released in 2020 on Shadow Kingdom Records. Just order this. Full review is coming once I get it. This album is playing in the background as I've done the whole video tonight, and I cannot get enough of this. This reminds me of Sabbath, Dio, Iron Maiden, and Judas Priest all rolled into one. In fact, most of the bands on this list do, with some speed and thrash thrown in for good measure. Like I said, all of the elements of classic heavy metal are here, with each band adding their own unique brand and take on the genre. All the production on all of these albums is completely fucking different from one another. Every band on this list could be separated and could be easily identified if you put their fucking albums in your CD player or cassette player if you like, or vinyl. Yeah, Haunt, one of the greatest bands ever. I absolutely love Mind Freeze. Gets number 1 on my top 15 new wave of traditional heavy metal albums. Alright guys, so there you have it. Another top 15 in the books here on Music of Destruction. As always, I sincerely hope you enjoyed the video. And hey, if you're new, make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss anything when I post new content. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Music of Destruction. Join the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Music of Destruction. The Seed episode 28, The History of Iron Maiden, part 1, up on Patreon. Part 2 is coming this weekend. Long podcast. Got a lot to say on part 2, so I want to make sure I do it justice for you people that are supporting the channel. For $5 a month, you get access to these podcasts. $1 per month will get you shoutouts on my channel, as well as possible collaborations, etc., and I'll review anything you want within reason. If you have a band and you want me to promote your music, $10 a month, I'll do that and interview you, etc., and review your albums. So thank you very much for your support. It helps keep the channel going. Your patronage goes towards new equipment, lighting, cameras, all that great stuff. Speaking of which, Colton James and myself doing our first movie review as soon as we get everything I just talked about equipment-wise, as he does want this to be professional production. So we're deciding to hold out till about February of 2021. We're in the process of getting everything you need. So let's check out a new clip of what you can expect on Reviews on the Run. And we are back. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Have an awesome night. We will see you in the next video. Cheers, everybody.